Alright, so here's something I've been seeing quite a bit of lately, and it's a very important point to understand. Mentioning mere income inequality is disingenuous, and it does not tell the whole story of actual prosperity, capability, convenience, or material wealth. It is disingenuous to simply state, as Bernie Sanders often does, that the upper 1% owns half the wealth, therefore we need more confiscation. First of all, much of the billionaire class's wealth is in assets. Overpriced, overvalued stocks which have had their prices inflated by the Federal Reserve, so it is not as simple as just comparing Jeff Bezos' bank account with your own. If we had normal interest rates that were actually determined by the market and not a central bank, you might be able to make a decent return on your savings account. You wouldn't be so incentivized to invest in the stock market, thus you would not be bidding up the prices of stocks, which is where much of the filthy rich obtain their wealth. And if that were the case, much of the wealth, on paper, that the billionaire class owns would be wiped out, and wealth disparity would not be nearly as wide as it is now. It's the ultimate paradox in the minds of statists. It is your government-powered institutions that are the root cause of the wide wealth disparity we see. Now, there's something else to point out, however. It's a common question. Would you rather be a filthy rich person 20 to 30 years ago or a middle-class person today? Some people might say they'd rather be a rich person a few decades ago, but I would give them a month before they realize just what they'd be giving up. You can forget about your high-powered desktop computer, forget about your nice laptop. As a rich person 20 years ago, you might have an archaic laptop, but it will be painfully slow, barely being able to have Microsoft Word and Excel open at the same time, let alone video editing software that we enjoy today, PowerPoint publisher, Discord, YouTube videos, music, and almost whatever else you want. As a rich person 20 years ago, forget about your cell phone, forget about being able to talk on the phone with whoever you want, whenever you want, and wherever you are. Forget about being connected to anyone you'd like to be in an instant. That is gone as a rich person 20 years ago. Forget about your gigantic high-definition TVs. Forget about your GPS that'll help you effectively find your way no matter where you are on almost any point on the entire planet. Forget about being able to purchase nearly whatever you want as you're walking down the street. Forget about being able to look up almost any information you need or checking your email as you're walking down the street as well. Forget about having a near limitless amount of music to listen to no matter where you are, and you don't need to bring your bulky CD player with 70 CDs and a small suitcase-sized booklet. Those are all conveniences that middle-class people have today that rich people 20 years ago did not have. Now it's just a handheld device that holds years worth of music on it. You can listen to whatever you want, whenever you want. Forget about the podcasts you listen to at your leisure, all those educational and informative conversations you get to listen in on with experts within those fields. That is gone as a rich person 20 years ago. But here's another way to put it. If technology continues to improve and advance at the rate it is right now, would you rather be a filthy rich person today or a middle-class person 60 years from now? I would not hesitate personally for a moment to be a middle-class person in the year 2079. Yeah, the amount of money in my bank account may be the same, but my life, capabilities, and conveniences right at my fingertips would be unearthly compared to what they are now, even to what Bill Gates has now. So like I said, is simple wealth disparity a problem? I would submit absolutely not in and of itself. There is certainly too much wealth disparity caused directly from government intrusion into the market, people influencing government policy to benefit themselves while not providing a marketable benefit to society. That certainly needs to be done away with, and the only way you can get there is by diminishing government power and influence. History has proven over and over that an overpowered government is the most dangerous thing to society. Free people owning private property and the private ownership of the means of production, with a government very limited in their scope and very limited in the amount of money they confiscate from people, thus tying the hands of government, never threatened anyone. Instead, it unleashes the creative and productive potential of people, and we all benefit. Case in point, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. I am not their equal. I am not as skilled as they are in their area of expertise. It is highly unlikely I will ever become as wealthy as they are, but I benefit immensely from them. All of our lives are transformed for the better by what they do, setting aside, of course, some of the advantages from government they receive, which I have big problems with. But aside that, they're all extremely talented, intelligent visionaries that got rich while making all of our lives richer as well. It's a very important point we should all understand. But that's it for now. Like, subscribe, comment, and have a good one.